Get your votes in, get your coffee or Coke, and settle in. Grab some popcorn, too. This might be fun. And good evening, folks. Frank, KG6, and I'll tell you, coming to you live for the NorCal SwapNet. This is hosted every Thursday on the N6ICW Repeater system in the Northern California area. For more information, you can visit n6icw.org. I will be here. Yes, it is the official popcorn, the official microwavable grain of NSCN. Absolutely, Mark. So I will be here, of course, from 0300 to 0345. We try to stick around at least 45 minutes. We'll see what happens. And tonight, I am net control yet again. Before we get to it, though, I have just under 3 minutes according to... There we go. See, this is what I get for flipping the camera backwards for y'all. I'm 2.5 minutes, so we'll do this real quick. Two things. Two fun little things. I'm on a goal for 2,000 by the end of the month. Can we get there? We'll see. Part of that goal also includes, can I get to that 3,000 public watch hours by that same time, by June 30th? I need 3,000 public watch hours, and it's a rolling 365 days. So that 1844 over there is going to go up and down as the days go on. But the more you guys watch, just hit a playlist on the channel, hit repeat, and have fun with it. You know, just let it run muted overnight. You know, just have fun with it. With that being said, 3,000 watch hours and 2,000 subs by June 30th. Let's do this. And smash that thumbs up button on your way in or out. Also, I am going to do this, much to the chagrin of many, I'm sure. To those watching that I know hit that PTT button the same time I do, this is delayed, number one. Number two, a truce has been called. So, no funny business here or anywhere else. Okay? Okay. I got that all out of the way. Let's see here. 2,000 subs. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell... Yeah, exactly, Mark. Tell everyone. Tell everyone while you still can. That's how I look at it. Absolutely. So, let's see. So, yeah. This is a slow delay here, but feel free to not do that shenanigan stuff tonight, please. So let's switch over here. If you want to join the net through the chat, feel free to drop that information up there in the chat. I need name, call sign, location, items for buy, sell, trade, and your contact info. Those 5 pieces of information will get you into the NorCal SwapNet, into the listings. So let me bring this over here and bring this up. And Well, my clock says 0300. Good evening, everyone. Frank Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey. And this is the NorCal SwapNet, hosted on N6ICW. This is edition number 24 today. Oh, geez. We're almost there, folks. 24 out of 52. We're almost there. With that, this is the NorCal SwapNet, and this is how things go. This is a controlled net. There are three ways to get my attention. First, you want to start with the suffix of your call sign. November Lima Whiskey, for example, for me. And wait for me to acknowledge you. Once acknowledged, you can come ahead, just check in and say hi like a lot of people do. We have a lot of fun people checking in. Or if you want to buy, sell, or trade something, you can do so at that time as well. We will need a few bits of key information from you. Those bits of key information are your name, your full call sign, your location, what you have for buy, sell, or trade. What do you want? What do you want to get rid of, or what do you want to trade for? And then your contact info. It can be phone or email, and then your call sign to round things out. There are three other keywords to get Net Control's attention. Contact. If you know somebody's listening, like, say Armand might be listening, the real net control of this net usually. You just go contact and your call sign, and then you call for you call for the station you think is helping on the frequency, and you can move them off to another repeater or simplex frequency depending upon the situation. Another key bit of information is info. If you missed something in the last listing, or you need something repeated from another listing, info and your call sign, and wait for me to acknowledge you, and we'll see what you need at that point. And last but certainly not least, the most important one, break or priority. You say those words, we're going to pause the net to find out what is going on. If you see something, say something, and we will pause the net until whatever issue you may be having or seeing is resolved. There are plenty of people all over the area. And I almost forgot the most important part here. This net is hosted on the N6ICW Repeater system, main transmitter high atop Mount Vaca on 147195 with a positive offset and a PL of 123 hertz. There are several voting receivers throughout the valley and the Bay Area to get you into that, up to and including the Chico box 146940 with a negative offset and a PL 123. And of course, Lake Tahoe, Reno area 145150, negative offset, and you guessed it, a PL of 123 hertz. That magic number gets you into all three of those boxes and all the voting receivers up and down the valley. You can go from Redding all the way down to Fresno and well out into the Bay Area and get into this repeater system just fine. And last but certainly not least, a big thank you to Uncle Chris himself, N6ICW. Chris has this great system and a handful of great control ops that help run the system. And without him and all their hard work, we wouldn't be here where we are today, including all the backlinks, backhauls, remote receivers, and everything that makes all the nets work absolutely wonderfully. With that, I'm going to open the net and we're going to look for check-ins or buy, sell, trade. This is Net Control and your host, Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey, Frank in Cloverdale, and I'm opening net. Who's going to be number one tonight? Poised and ready. Poised and ready. No one? No one's going to be number one tonight? Oh, come on. I know there's at least two guys listening.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. FGI. Gary, how you doing? WA6FGI. What's up tonight?
Not too much. Your audio is good. A little hiss on it, but it's good, strong audio. Signal's understandable. So that's all I got to add. Nothing to list. Nothing I can think I need to purchase either. So I'll let you turn back to the net. KG6NLW, WA6FGI. Glad to be a listener.
Oh, thanks for checking in tonight, Gary. How are the kiddies doing?
They're asleep as usual. One got up, woke me up, or stirred a little bit. Went out, fed him. Now he's back to sleep. He's in front of me on the rug, and the one's laying on my left leg. Life is grand for the felines of my household.
Oh, that is fantastic. Great to hear that, Gary, and thanks for checking in tonight. Hopefully we get that mysterious owl to check in, since I know he's back tonight.
Up to him to make the call. All right, good night. I'll be on the side, Frank. Continue on. Thanks for letting me in the net.
Oh, thanks for being here tonight, Gary. And it's that easy, folks. This is the NorCal Swap Net. We're looking for check-ins or buy, sell, trade. Who's going to be our first listing tonight?
Whiskey 6 OGX here, Whiskey 6 OGX.
Ah, Doc Ross. How you doing, Ross? W6OGX.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for doing the net. Always good to hear you out there. Let's see, I don't have any listings. Just got back from clinic on call right now, so waiting for anything that comes through the ER. I don't know. It's been slow so far, so I'll knock on wood. And hopefully it continues to be slow for another, let's see, 11 hours. How about that? Let's see. I've been looking around to try to find a test for a kid, an amateur class test for ham radio up in the Reno area. And I was looking online and I found a couple of listings, but they looked old. And I guess, I don't know, anywhere 30 minutes, 40 minutes outside of the Lake Tahoe area. So Truckee, Reno is east. I guess, let's see, west would be, I don't know, somewhere around Carmichael. I can't remember. There's tests, mountain bikes. I know they do. Jack Daniels does some tests. I can't remember where that is, but I'm just looking for a test, probably, next test that's in that vicinity or in that area. So that's a want for tonight. If anyone's got a listing out or an ear on the test that's coming up, a ham radio for a kid who's trying to get his technician license, any information, that would be good. Thanks.
Oh, Ross, I can actually help you out with this one. I can refer you to someone in the Reno club that would have the information for you or can easily get it. If you're ready to copy an email, or I can send it to you afterwards.
Well, yeah, let's see. If you wanted to send it to me on the Whiskey 6 OGX at iCloud.com, that would be great.
I'm sorry, Chuckles. I don't know what to tell you. All right, sounds good. I'll do that after the net tonight, or first thing in the morning, whichever whichever happens to hit my brain first.
Yeah, okay, no rush. Just I knew somebody would have a good handle on this, and so I figured I'd just put it out there and make it a lot easier for myself, and then I can take that email and forward it on to the kid who's up there that is trying to get his license. So, anyways, thanks a lot for doing the net, and hope all is well with you. And again, appreciate you doing the net, and shout out to Gary with Alpha 6 FGI. Good to chat with you this morning. I'll probably hit you up tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Take care, everyone. 7-3. Back to net.
Fantastic. And I'll actually just shout it out here on the net real quick. If you go to snars.org, SNARS, that's short for Sierra Nevada Amateur Radio Society, snars.org. If you go to snars.org, click on classes and exams up at the top, and click on exams. They actually have one coming up in what was that? A week from Saturday, June 21st, at the Public Safety Training Center in Reno.
Okay, let's see. I'm pulling up the SNARS, Sierra Nevada Amateur Radio Society, snars.net, and then so let's see. Where did you go there on that? So classes and exams. Is that it?
Affirmative. And then once you click there, go to Amateur Radio Exams Reno Sparks, and if you click for more information there, they can sign up to register there following all the information on that page.
Okay, yeah, got it. Great. Click here to register, and then let's see. So these are the good. Yeah, this is a good in-person exam. That's perfect. Excellent. Well, there you go. Thanks. I knew I would get my answer quickly, a lot quicker than I could try to figure out on surfing the web when I'm looking for things that people know about. So thanks a lot. I appreciate that, and I'll send that on to the fellow with E6OGX.
Of course. Glad I could help out there, Ross, and hopefully things stay good for you over the next 11 hours, you said. I know exactly how that feels. Thanks for checking in tonight, Ross.
Okay, have a good one, 7-3.
And with that, this is the NorCal SwapNet. Who's going to be number one for buy, sell, trade, or just the, let's see here. We have 2 check-ins. We're looking for number 3 on the check-ins, but who's going to be that elusive number 1 to list something? Mark, yeah. Dr. Zeus was a great guy. Okay. Well, this is the NorCal SwapNet. We're looking for check-ins or buy, sell, trade. Who's going to be number 1? Yeah, Snars upon Lars and Reno and Sparks and Carson. Try to get that to rhyme, Mark. Reno, Sparks, Carson City, and Snars. Yeah, that's the Sierra Nevada Amateur Radio Club. Oh man, this is quiet tonight. This is Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey Frank, and I'm your host for the NorCal SwapNet. We're looking for check-ins or buy, sell, trade. Let's see. Because this can come across the live stream. No, this way. Oh, might help if I had that turned up. This is the NorCal SwapNet, and we're looking for check-ins, or who's going to be the elusive first listing tonight. There you go, Mark. There you go. Oh, come on. This silly camera, ever since the other day. There we go. That's better. The snarls came from Carson, then Reno, then Sparks, leaving trails of bright footprints in zigzaggy arcs. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, I wonder if K6AAI is still out there. Al, are you still listening tonight? Am I going to have to drag you out of the woodwork? Okay, guys, I know it's just not the same without Armand, but until he gets feeling better, and he will get feeling better, I believe in that. I'm going to be hosting the NorCal SwapNet for quite a while, so you get the Frank fun. So this is the NorCal SwapNet. We're looking for check-ins or buy-sell trade. Mark, you could be a poet.
Kilo 6 Alpha Alpha India, if I got this thing set right.
Oh, yeah, there you are, Al. Hi.
Frank, good to hear you. Running the SwapNet, stepping in for Armand, and do a good job. And I don't have anything to sell, or buy, for that matter. And so I'm broke. I just put on a new roof on my house, and so I'm all tapped out. So at any rate, I've been on the East Coast for the last 2 weeks and just got back, and had a nice time in Philadelphia and in Roanoke, Virginia, and I spent a week and 4 days in Palm Beach, Florida, and nice to be home, I suppose, and listen to the SwapNet. It's a ham radio tradition here, so thanks for doing it, stepping up and doing it for Armand, and I hope we get him back soon, and but you're doing a good job. K6 AAI, back to net.
Absolutely, Al. You know, someone had to step up and do it, and you know, I'm not the greatest, but you know, I'm not Armand, but you know, I'll do the trick. That's that I'll do the trick in a pinch. Well, it's good to hear you had fun on the East Coast. Hopefully, the wedding went well. Because if I remember right, it was a wedding that took you out there, you know, because you're the dawn of the family. And hopefully you and Jane are doing okay, too.
Yeah, we have some medical issues we're facing, but this is not the time and place to discuss those. Yeah, the wedding was really interesting because in 1953, I went to my first cousin Lorraine's wedding. I was about 5 years old. I was a ring bearer, as I remember. I don't have any memory, really. I've seen the pictures, but I don't remember it. 1987, I went to Lorraine's daughter's wedding. And now, last week, I went to Lorraine's granddaughter's wedding. So, 3 generations. And so I got to reconnect with what's left of the family. I mean, I'm the oldest. Well, Lorraine's alive. She's 94 years old, but she's in really bad shape, so she couldn't attend. But she was able to stream the wedding through her cell phone. But I'm the oldest living male in the family, and so that makes me sort of like the Don Corleone of my family. So it was nice to reconnect with relatives that I didn't like back then and like even less now, but that's another story for another time. K6 AAI.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'm glad you had fun, and yeah, we've talked about years and change issues. Hopefully, things are going better, and yeah, that'll be a discussion for another time. And wow, that is some fun history there. Yeah, going to one wedding and then going to the granddaughter's wedding. Yeah, that's something. Well, thanks for checking in, Al, and anything else tonight?
That's it for me. Everybody have a good night. God bless.
All right, sounds good, Al. And yeah, this is week 4 or 5 now doing this, so quite interesting. Anyway, hopefully Armand comes back soon. We'll see what happens. With that, this is the NorCal SwapNet. We're looking for check-ins or the elusive buy-sell trade. Last week we had 4 listings, and this week so far nothing. Mark, you're a poet and you know it, and you didn't know it because them feats them Longfellows. Yeah. Well, I'll kill a little bit of time here then. There are 2 other nets on HF, because this is one of the last, if not the last, swap net on VHF, UHF. There are 2 nets weekly and daily almost on HF on 40 meters. 7235, you get the weekday rag chewing swap net hosted by Brad. If I remember right, I never remember looking this up. Brad, W6BDW. That's hosted, or Brian, jeez, I'm sorry, Brian, if you're listening, I'm sorry. Brian, W6BDW, that's every day of the week, 7235, 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. If you do not have access to 40 meters or can't get on it, you can email Brian at Whiskey 6 Bravo Delta Whiskey W6BDW at ARRL.net. W6BDW at ARRL.net. There is also the West Coast swap service that is noon to 2:30 every Saturday and Sunday. I think I got those times right this week. On 7240. Again, 40 meters. And that's Saturday and Sunday, West Coast swap service on 40 meters. If you cannot get into that net for the same reasons as I previously mentioned for the weekday net, you can email Dennis, KB6LZW. That's Kilo Bravo 6, Lazy Zipper Whipper, as he likes to say, at Proton Mail. Not Neutron, but Proton Mail. .com. KB6LZW at protonmail.com. And with that, this is the NorCal SwapNet, your host, KG6NLW, and we're looking for check-ins or buy-sell trade.
You sound like you did this before. You know that, Frank? KJ6JD.
Good evening, Sean. You know, maybe once or twice, apparently. So, what's up with you tonight? How are the kiddies doing?
Well, the old alpha male is in here rubbing against my legs, trying to assert his control and dominance over my presence. We got 3 cats, it's like they're all I'm his favorite, and varying degrees of the same. Anyway, humorous and fun to have that many kitties, plus the other one next door that's really mine, that Nanette calls your cat, and I call it your cat, which of course reflects differently for her. But anyway, they're all fine and healthy. I'm about as healthy as I'm going to get, and just enjoying listening to you in here instead of Armin. I'd rather hear Armin, but on the other hand, I'd rather hear you both. So there you go. Good to hear you doing it. I appreciate it.
Oh, of course, John. I gotta keep the tradition going. And if he ever gets things, if things get worked out for him, which I hope they do, he and I can switch off weeks. I take 1 week, he takes the next, or whatever. That way, he doesn't have to always be doing it, and you get a nice balance between Frank and Armand, right? And I actually need some information from you, John, because I don't have this stuff memorized quite yet, like like Armand did. The Carmichael or Folsom testing exams. Do you have that info, and do you want to promote it, or can you please send it to me in a text message so I have it when you're not here?
Well, let me kind of try and do both here with a little bit of promotion. First of all, to get all that information in the future, you can always go to folsomhamexams.org. And as a matter of fact, for all you folks out there wanting to take a ham exam around this time, a little earlier, next Thursday, the Folsom ham exams are happening out at Mountain Mike's Pizza Joint, which Armin's supposed to remember the address for me. But anyway, it's out there off of Blue Ravine. Meanwhile, to go on, we can find out the address for that place and also sign up to take the ham exam at folsomhamexams.org. They do it all online now, and then you just show up and hand you a tablet.
Hi, Shane.
Surprisingly fast and easy. So take a look online. You'll find that. You can sign up, do all the paying in advance and everything for the whole experience, so that you just go out there, show up, get handed a tablet, and do it. And Andre's out there doing it next week. I don't know if Mike is out there. He probably will be. They do a fine job with the tablet. So, yeah, next Thursday, 6 p.m. out at Mountain Mike, KJ6JD.
Oh, fantastic, John. Thank you. I dropped that in my chat as well because, as you know, I am live streaming to YouTube. But Folsom Ham Exams, that's plural, exams.org, will get it to you. On the website, though, John, it says on the third Thursday, except December, June, and July. So they're showing the next one as being in August. And, of course, that's at 717 East Bidwell Street in Folsom.
You know, there's some bad information going around out there about there being one in June or July. Apparently I started it because now that you refer to the site, it seems to me that they mentioned to me that they were going to... I had a full year, I think, going the last time I was running the thing, and I made the error. So, no, not this time next week. Gosh darn. But that will give you up-to-date information on it, and they don't have to stay too up-to-date for the next couple of months because they're taking the summer off, apparently. Thanks for the knowledge, Frank. NLW strikes again, man. KJ6JD.
Let's see here, John. I went from being research and development and social media to research, development, social media, and temporary net control. You gotta love Armand, right? You gotta love Armand. I miss him. I need to call him tomorrow, see how he likes this format, because I do send him the link every week so that if him and Margaret want to, they can listen to it live, on YouTube and whatnot. So, if she doesn't want the radio turned, all set up and everything. So, yeah, we have that going. So, yeah, Folsom Ham Exams. Next one is Thursday, August 21st at 6 p.m., 717 East Bidwell Street in Folsom at Mountain Mike's Pizza. Thanks, John. Anything else?
Yeah, listen to what that guy says. He knows what he's talking about. And Armin and Margaret, if you guys are listening, I hope you're healing well and going to feel better enough to talk on the radio soon. Meanwhile, Frank, again, I appreciate your efforts in maintaining the regularity of all this stuff and giving us a place to meet and hang out on Thursday night. So This is Kilo Jack 6, Jack Daniels, appreciating on y'all out there in Hamland.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, as I mentioned earlier for Ross, if you want to get licensed sooner than that...
8:30 p.m.
Oh, I forgot that was turned up, so if that came over ICW, I apologize. If you want to get licensed sooner than August, June 21st, SNARS has their exam going on. Visit SNARS, SNARS, that stands for Sierra Nevada Amateur Radio Society, snars.org, and click on classes and exams at the top, and you'll find out what and when you need to do things. And for those on YouTube, I have a poll up there. Get the votes in. I want to know what's going on. And with that, this is the NorCal SwapNet, your host, Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey. We're looking for check-ins and that elusive buy, sell, or trade. We're looking for that number one listing tonight. Yeah, and you, Mark, you notice who's not here tonight. That seems, you know. I wonder if he. I wonder if something happened. Where's Jody? Okay. Starting to get towards crickets, but it's only 0332 at this point. So we're looking for check-ins, buy, sell, or trade. Shane, I am using a commercial radio. It is a Kenwood NX November X-Ray 700. It's strictly VHF, and it is wired into my mixer board so that I can pipe the audio out to you guys in YouTube land and use a boom mic to talk on the radio at the same time. Funny, Mark. Funny. Jody is gone. There is only one truth. He picked up a snar and he knocked out its tooth. Oh, is there a shy person out there? You want to check in? This is the NorCal SwapNet. Buy, sell, trade, or just check in and say hi. Oh, there I go, doing the wrong button again. No, it's more like... Well, we had some of the usuals check in tonight, so that's always good. Gary and Ross, and good to have Al back, and of course John, Jack Daniels. But we're looking for check-ins or buy, sell, trade, and we're here every week Thursdays at 8 p.m. Pacific time on the N6ICW Repeater system. We're usually here for about 45 minutes or so, depending upon how the net goes. Your host, Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey. We're looking for check-ins or buy, sell, trade.
We'll do a check-in. Kilo Oscar 6, India Hotel Juliet, Larry in Auburn. I'm listening for stuff to buy.
Oh, good evening, Larry. Kilo Oscar 6, India Hotel Juliet. Good to hear you over here tonight. And yeah, we're waiting for someone to buy, sell, or trade something. Tonight's been awfully lacking in the buy, sell, trade SwapNet compared to last week.
It seems like something's in the air because I was listening to a couple of nets tonight, and it went on and on with check-ins, and nobody showed up, no show up, and then one show up later. So there's something funny about Thursdays. Over.
Roger that. Well, we've been here for 20 plus years, probably closer to 25 now. The SwapNet's been here, with Armand running it as long as I've been a ham, and that's been 23 years now. So 23 years this October, and they've been around a lot longer than that.
Oh, roger that. I've been listening on and off. I listen, so yeah, I know the gist of it. It's just like today, Thursday, seems odd. It's like I haven't poked my head out because it might be a full moon, and I don't like werewolves. Hi.
Roger that. I know exactly how that is. Yeah, keep the arms and legs inside the plane at all times, and keep the window shades down. Absolutely. Well, Larry, thanks for checking in tonight, and stick around. You'll see. Maybe we'll get an elusive check-in for a buy, sell, or trade tonight.
Roger that. I've got nothing to do but sit here, listen, play a little computer, and watch some TV. Thanks for running that. N6ICW. I'm going to be monitoring.
Sounds good, Larry. Thanks for checking in. This is the NorCal SwapNet, and we're looking for more check-ins or that elusive number one for buy, sell, or trade. We're still waiting on that. Mark, speaking of food, I have this awaiting the end of the net. Chicken, orange chicken veggies.
N6ICW, John. And I've got two things to talk about. I'm looking for some antenna switches. Changing a lot of gear around in the shop, and I'm going to need a couple of 3 or 4 position antenna switches. And so that's a request for somebody out there who might be looking to sell some switches. And then I'm going to have some Yaesu Model 101 series radios for sale, along with an extendable VFO for it. And so that's what we're working on. KG6JAB, John.
All right. Good evening, John. Kilo Golf 6, is it Juliet Alpha Bravo?
That's correct.
All right. And where are you located, John?
I'm currently up in Camino, and I'm driving right now to the airport in Sacramento, so I wasn't able to check in earlier because we get into these spots up here with Highway 50 where we get below the hill, and then it gets hard to hear. But anyway, now I'm in Cameron Park, but Camino is where we are. Call sign on QRZ is good. Email address on QRZ is good. And I can give a phone number if somebody wants to contact me directly.
All right. Well, let's you went a little quick for me here. Let's go over that again. You have a want, and it's antenna switches.
Somebody out there might have a couple that they're not using. I'm switching from my 847 to a couple other radios that are more modern, but they have fewer antenna connections on them. So we're going to need some VHF antenna switches. I could take N-style antenna switches as well. It wouldn't matter either one.
All right, so PL259 or antenna or N-scale connectors.
That is correct.
All right, and then you said you got a Yaesu FT101 with extended, and that's about as far as I got.
That is correct as well. Now that radio is in pretty good shape and was restored a number of years ago by my brother, KF6WIR, and it has new display LEDs in it, but the last thing that happened to it was, for some reason, we lost audio, and I'm not exactly sure why. but I have the radio and I have the VFO that goes with it, and it's a match set, and it's in really good shape and really clean and looks great. Smoke-free environment.
All right, so that's the FT101 with extended VFO. How much are you looking for, John?
Probably going to be a sweetheart deal. I think we're probably talking a couple $100 if we could do it. It'd make me happy. I'm sure he had a lot more in it when he restored it than that. If it'll bring that, or best offer.
So what? 200 or best offer? 300 or best offer? What's a firm number there in front of the OBO?
Let's go 300 or best offer, and then we'll see where it goes from there. I appreciate that.
All right, I think I got it all. I'm going to read this back, and if it's all correct, let me know. For listing number 1 for tonight, Kilo Golf 6, Juliet Alpha Bravo, John in Camino. He has a want and a sale item. His want is some antenna switches. They can be PL259 or N connectors. He has for sale a Yaesu FT101. That's the Fox Tango 101 with the extended VFO. It was restored a number of years ago with new display and LED. It does not seem to have any audio on it, though. It is a match set. He is looking for 300 or best offer. He is good on QRZ, and that is Kilo Golf 6, Juliet Alpha Bravo, John and Camino. Any corrections there, John?
Oh, you got it right. Absolutely correct. Right. Thank you very much. KG6JAB.
Fantastic. Well, mobile safe out there, and thanks for coming by the net tonight. And we're here every Thursday at 8 p.m.
You are, as a matter of fact. Oh, goodness. Anyway, it's, and a lot of the voices that were out here, they know that I've been on hiatus for a while. I've been around the system for about as many years. Yours and my calls are very close in age, about the same length of time, about 23 years or so. And this repeater system is where I cut my teeth under the tutelage of Walter and Mike and various others from the very beginning.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, looks like you got your license about 5 months before I did. So that is absolutely fantastic. Well, thanks for checking in tonight, John. Anything else?
No, I'm glad to hear JD out there tonight. That's nice to hear that. I like the idea that I'm trying to upgrade my license soon. So it's been years. I've been raising kids and running businesses and doing all sorts of stuff and just didn't have the time to put into the hobby other than I spent a lot of time mobiling. So EHF, UHF was where it was at for me in those days, and the tech license worked great, but it's time to move on. And I've got the equipment, I've got the location, I've got the space to put up antennas, and we're having some fun again.
Oh, absolutely. Just the solar cycle comes to an end, too. At least the solar cycle. It seems like we're on the on the downhill and very quickly. So we'll see what the higher bands, 10, 15, 20 do. But 40, 80, and 160 will definitely pipe up over the next 11 years here. Well, thank you, John. Mobile safe, and thanks for checking in.
All right, everybody, have a good evening. We're just going to be listening as we drive to the airport.
There you go, folks. It's as easy as that if you want to make a listing, buy, sell, or trade. This is the NorCal SwapNet, your host, Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey. We're looking for check-ins or number 2.
Just a quick hi there, as long as John was around JAB. Good to hear your voice back on the repeater, too, son. Youngsters. Anyway, glad to hear you there, John, and glad that you drive careful out there. KJ6JD, back in the woodwork.
Graceful 4, it's a serious question.
Yes,
serious
sir.
poll.
Appreciate it. Good hearing you too. KG6JAB.
And that's how you do it, folks. Anyone else for the net tonight? It's 0345 as of now.
Hi, Frankie. WUNQ.
Oh, I was wondering. Good evening, Mitch. W1. WU1Q. How you doing tonight?
I think you did it on purpose. I think you butchered the heck out of my call sign, but that's okay. For you, obviously, Armand is not here tonight. I just walked in the door and thought I'd probably, if I was lucky, to catch the very end of the net. Yeah, I just walked in. Just Avada 2. Got that thing up just a little bit over 63 miles per hour timber bashing up here in Nevada, up at the lakes. And then I had the Pro 3 out today, Frank, and I got out about 2.5 miles and realized that my return home feature, not sure if it's going to work those far distances. So it requires another ham to be able to go over the distances for analytics. But anyway, yeah, when you got some free time, yeah, let's help me out and do that distance thing. But anyway, yeah, well, I'm glad I made it. And sounds like the net's still going. I have nothing to sell. Yeah, other than that, you sounded really good, Frank, and hello to everybody on the net. And I think I heard Larry. I'm not sure where I've heard that voice before, but hello, Larry. And anyway, with that, Mr. Frank, yeah, the questions, and no, I didn't crash either of the DJI products. They're here with me, and everything's charging up. And so, yeah, that's all I got, little buddy. You're sounding good, and thanks to Chris, N6ICW for the wide area, Northern California's biggest and baddest network in Northern California. Frank, back to you, buddy. Good to hear you.
Always a good thing to hear you too. And yeah, you know, might have stumbled across that call a little bit, not like I've heard it 500,000 times. Anyway, good to hear you, Mitch.
Be good and keep the good work, and keep Armand's shoes nice and warm. They're big ones to fill, but hopefully he'll be back later. Keep up the good work. I'm out of here. I'm going to go refresh the firmware and the batteries, and got some stuff to do. Toodaloo.
Sounds good. And this is the NorCal SwapNet. We're looking for check-ins or buy-sell trade. Who's going to be number 2 tonight? Mark, you do not fail. Ever.
Kilo Mike 6, Quebec Lima Bravo. This is Vince in Pittsburgh checking in.
Quiet Lazy Bones. How you doing, Vince?
I'm doing good. You know, it was just funny. I was going to ask, where's Waldo tonight? And Mitch appears and starts talking. I couldn't believe it. I'm just sitting there listening and watching. Looks like it was a wilderness night, kind of quiet for you. And I'm just sitting in the shack watching a little TV off and on, and it's windier than snot out here. So I'm just relaxing and taking it easy, and got you on the YouTube, and just wanted to check in and say hello. I got nothing to sell tonight.
Very cool. Well, since you're over on the YouTube, go ahead and take that poll over there in the chat if you haven't yet. I'm interested to see what everybody has to say. Of course, it's anonymous, so, you know, vote one way or the other. It doesn't matter. You know, vote with your heart. Good to hear you, Vince.
Sounds good. I'll say 73, and good to have you out there and doing the net. Appreciate it. And I hope Armand gets better. I'll catch you later. 73 all. Cam 6QLB. I'll be on the side.
Hi,
Vince. Oh. Okay, there we go. So that's how you do it. And let's see, 0349 UTC, and we've had one listing. Let's go a little bit longer. This is the NorCal SwapNet. We're looking for listing number 2. Are we going to get it tonight? This is KG6NLW. Great fun, isn't it, Mark? I'll give it one or two more calls before we call it a night here on the NorCal SwapNet. We're looking for check-ins or buy-sell trade. They're going to be a second listing tonight.
Well, let's see if we can try one more avenue to go down. KG6JAB. See if I got it.
You got it, John. Go ahead.
All right, so technical assistance. Currently, I've got an end-fed long wire, 130 feet, supported and suspended correctly across my rear yard, but I'd like to elevate it up further on its loose end. And that requires finding a way to launch a projectile up into about a 105-foot, maybe a 100-foot tree. And I'm wondering if there's anybody out there who's done that or has the equipment and to make launching a weighted projectile up into a tree nice and accurate. And I just figure I'd throw that out there.
Okay, well, I don't know how super technical anyone is out here, but John's looking for some information on how to get the end of his end-fed up a little higher, up into a 100-foot tree. John, I'm thinking a nice long arborist throw line with an arborist weight, if you're good at throwing stuff and aiming pretty well, or if you need something more automatic, a pneumatic tire blaster or something like that. There we go. So the YouTube chat helped me out here. Pneumatic remote can smasher. How's that, John?
At the same time, we had Mitch jump in, and he kind of doubled in the beginning, but it sounds like he's got some ideas as well. So, all right. Now the problem I've got is I'm driving, so and I'm not able to scribble this stuff down while I'm driving. In the old days, maybe. Right now, not as much.
Absolutely, I get that. Mitch, he is good on QRZ. That's Kilo Golf 6 Juliet Alpha Bravo. So if you want to send him an email with some ideas, John, I'll send you an email too with a couple bits of information here.
Good stuff, guys. Appreciate it. This is what I figure. This is, bring up something that gets people intrigued. And it's a fir tree. So it's a thick, kind of a thick fir tree. I think it's a silver-tipped fir. Anyway, so, but we've got a number of different targets that are possible. KG6JAB, thanks for the input, guys. Appreciate it.
Mark.
Yeah, hey, really quick, John. Frankie, I'll shoot you an email and follow up, and we'll get you taken care of. Good to hear you, buddy. WUNQ. Travel safe, John.
WUNQ. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Mitch. Thank you.
And Mitch, just for info there, it sounds like your battery's dying on you. Well, this is the NorCal SwapNet. We're looking any last check-ins or buy-sell trades before I read this listing back on the NorCal SwapNet. Well, it's not. There we go. It's not the SwapNet. If I do that, Armand would be disappointed not hearing the crickets, because that's what it sounds like out here. Well, with that, I'm going to read this listing back, and we'll go from there, probably wrap things up. The only listing we have tonight, and it's a good one, comes from Kilo Golf 6, Juliet Alpha Bravo. You just heard him, John in Camino. He has a want, and he has something for sale. He has a want for some antenna switches. They can be PL259 or N connector type antenna switches. He has for sale a Yaesu FT101. That's the Fox Tango 101 with extended VFO. It was restored a number of years ago with new display and LED. It has somehow lost the audio on it. It is a match set, though, the extended VFO and the radio. He's looking 300 or best offer. You can reach John. Yes, you can reach John by going to his QRZ page and finding his email there. That's Kilo Golf 6, Juliet Alpha Bravo. And with that, is there any other traffic for the NorCal SwapNet? Well, hearing nothing, I want to thank everybody that checked in tonight and John for the single listing. We will be back next week, every Thursday, next week, and all future Thursdays, unless it's a holiday. So, like Thanksgiving and Christmas, maybe New Year's, we take off, if it's right on that Thursday. But we'll be here every Thursday at 8 p.m. Pacific and 0300 Zulu. Until next week, this is your host, Frank Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey, clear and closing the NorCal SwapNet on N6ICW at 0357. Good night, everyone. And chat, don't you go away too quick. Chat. YouTube chat, don't you go away too quick. Okay, switch back over here. That's off. I want to thank everybody that was watching tonight. All 15 of you or so, which is not too bad. I am on a goal. I want to get... we're back up to 1738. That's fantastic. But I have a goal. I want to get up to 2,000 subs by June 30th of this year. So just a couple weeks away. I also am looking to try and get my watch hours up. And this is a rolling 365 days of watch hours. So, it constantly updates. And I want to try and get that. So 2,000 subs and 3,000 watch hours by the end of the month. Let's see if we can do that. And as Mark said, smash that like button. Tomorrow, I should be having a CQ chit chat. It'll be about field day. It'll be fun, hopefully. Look for a thumbnail in the live stream section when I get it posted. Probably going to be tomorrow or something. Until next week, thank y'all. 73 and hold on.